Welcome to the Little Beading Closet. I'm Sherry. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Lunar Wave bracelet. This beaded bracelet uses crescent beads to give a soft and gentle wave-like effect across your wrist. Learn step by step in this tutorial what supplies you need and how to make this beautiful bracelet. I'm going to be using a toggle clasp and 24 crescent beads, 6 Gemduos, and this is optional. These are the mini Diamonduos that I'm using here, although you could also just use a full-size Gemduo. Size 15s, size 11s, and size 8s. I'm going to use a size 12 beading needle and 6-pound fire line. See the description below for a list of all the beads I'm using and their colors. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. We're going to begin by picking up 2 crescent beads, 1, 2, on our needle like this, and 6 size 11s, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to pull these down to my end, leaving about a 6-inch tail. And adding a knot. You want to kind of get the 11s to pop on top of the crescent beads. I'm just going to tie it twice. And now that I've started here, I'm just going to come back through the 2 crescent beads. And again, pull my thread all the way through. Now I'm going to pick up 2 size 15s and come into the empty hole of my crescent bead. Just one of them, not both. And then one of my Gemduos and into the next crescent bead. Now pick up 2 more size 15s and come back through this lower hole of the 2 crescent beads. Pulling my thread all the way through. And now I'm going to needle up through the 2 size 15s here on the side. And then go all the way through your crescent bead, your Gemduo, and the next crescent bead. I'm not going to be able to get it in one pass. I'll do 2 and come into the next crescent bead. Now I'm going to pick up 3 size 8s and 1 more crescent bead, putting it on my needle just like this, and come into the Gemduo. Go ahead and pull it up. Again, we're going to pick up a crescent bead, 3 more size 8s, and into the previous crescent bead. Through your Gemduo, and then back through the next crescent bead. So I'm going to pull all this through. Now, needle through the 3 size 8s that you added along the edge, holding my work, and come through the crescent bead, the Gemduo, and the next crescent bead. At this point, pick up 2 size 15s and needle back into this hole of your crescent bead and through the next one. Then again, pick up 2 size 15s, needle into your crescent bead, the Gemduo, and the crescent after it. I'm going to have to do it in more than one pass. So I just went through my crescent, I'll go through my Gemduo, and then I'll go through the next crescent bead. Pulling all my thread through. And again, I want to needle through these 2 15s along the edge. Now that I've come through here, I'm going to come through the 2 crescent beads. So we've started this first little section, and we're getting ready to do the part where we add the little mini Diamonduo, but if you want to use a full-size one here, you can. So now go ahead and pick up 3 size 11s. I'm going to use one of these backlit mini duos and 3 more size 11s and come into the 2 crescent beads one more time. That will be looking like this. Now I want to needle through the 3 crescent beads here. I'm sorry, the 3 seed beads here on the side. Pulling this tight against the crescent beads and back through this connecting Gemduo or Diamonduo, whichever one you're using. And now I want to lay this thread on the back of the bead. So I'll lay here and then come through the outer hole, pulling all my thread through. Now again, we're going to pick up 3 size 11s and then 2 crescent beads. So it's going to look like this on your needle, and then 3 more size 11s and come back into the Diamonduo right here. And you might need to coax the beads into place, these 2 crescent beads. You don't want them to stick up, you want them to kind of come down under your little Gemduo or Diamonduo that you're using. Don't get hung up on it. The further you get along, it will work its way out. So go ahead and come back through the 3 11s on the side. See, mine's already loose again until I pull here. And then I do want to just kind of make sure they're still close to this middle Diamonduo and come through the 2 crescent beads one more time. Pulling all my thread through. I'll be looking with this. Now we're going to be picking up 2 size 15s and come into the crescent bead, just 1, picking up one of our Gemduos and come into the other crescent bead. It's going to come here in the middle, pick up 2 more 15s and come through the 2 crescent beads Needle up through the 2/15 here on the side. And then back through your crescent bead, Gemduo, and crescent bead. And I will not get that in one pass. Come on through your crescent bead. Now we're just starting back here where we were. We're picking up 3 size 8s, 1 more of our crescent beads, and coming into the Gemduo. So again, pick up a crescent bead, three size 8s, and come back through this crescent bead, your Gemduo next to it, and the crescent bead after it. Needle up along the side here through the 3/8. I'm gonna give it a little tug, get some tension on everything. Come back through my crescent and Gemduo and crescent. And then we're picking up 2/15s and coming into the bottom hole of the 2 crescents. Two more 15s and back through the top hole here of the crescent and through the Gemduo. And then I have my last crescent here to come through. So just continue on making your segments with the little connecting mini Diamonduo or full-size Gemduo or Diamonduo that you'd like. So I'm down here going back through this 2 crescents, picking up 3 size 11s, another one of my mini Diamonduos, and 3 more size 11 seed beads, and coming back through the 2 crescent beads. So you're going to continue this, working on these little segments, and I have a total of 6 on my bracelet. I've been working on the bracelet and finishing the 6th little section. Putting on the 2 15s here on this side, picking up 2 more 15s, coming back through this crescent bead and Gemduo. And then I'll come through this crescent bead, pulling everything together. Coming down the 2 15s on the side, and then back through the 2 crescent beads. Now I'm going to pick up 6 size 11 seed beads. Got 5 and 6. And come back through my 2 crescent beads. Then I will needle through 3 of the size 11 seed beads I just put on. Well, I'm here. I'm going to be picking up 4 size 11 seed beads and one end of my toggle clasp. Pulling this down next to the beads. I'm going to needle back through the 4 size 11 seed beads I just added. And you can tell that the thread is coming out of these 3 size 11s. So now I want to needle into the other 3 11s. And just pulling it tight. Now I'll go back through my 2 crescent beads and back through all these 11s one more time just to make sure it's nice and secure. I needled back through all this one more time to make sure it was nice and secure, and I'm exiting these 2 crescent beads right here. Now I need to come back through the 3 crescent beads here on this side, and then instead of going back up, I'm going to come down the 3 crescent beads here. So my thread will end up right here coming out of these 3 11s. This is the part where we're going to just be filling in these gaps along our bracelet with some size 11 seed beads and 15s. So we're coming out of these 3 11s. I'm going to pick up 1 15 and come into the 2 15s along the side. And then between the 15s and the 8s, we're going to pick up 1 11 and come through your 3 8s. Coming out of the 3 8s, pick up an 11 and go into the 2 15s. Coming out of the 2 15s, pick up 1 11 and come into the next 3 11s. Now we're going to go through our Gemduo. And we're not going to go directly back around this one. Again, we're going to lay our thread under the Gemduo, come up through this hole of the Gemduo, and as we had filled the gap along this edge, now we're going to be filling the gap on this edge. So coming out of the Gemduo, go through your 3 11s, pick up 1 15 and come into the next 2 15s. Pick up 1 11 and come into the 3 8s. Pick up 1 11 and go into the 2 15s. Coming out of the 2 15s, pick up 1 15 and go through the 3 11s and through your Gemduo. So we added the edge on this one over here on this side, and now we're on this side. So again, we want to lay our thread behind the Gemduo. Come back down through the hole over here of your Gemduo and start adding the seed beads along the edge in this way, all the way down and then all the way back. I added my seed beads all the way down and all the way back, and I'm on my last one, which is a 15, and going into the 3/11s right before my toggle clasp. Now you can just go ahead and reinforce this and add a few half hitch knots and tie off the thread. Then we'll move on to adding the other end of our clasp. I moved my needle to the other end of my thread, and you can tell the original tail will be exiting from one of the crescent beads. Go ahead and come into 3 of your size 11s here by the crescent bead, and we're repeating what we did at the other end. We're going to pick up 4 size 11s and the other end of our toggle clasp. I'm going to bring these next to my work, skipping over the loop of the toggle clasp, come back into the 4 size 11 seed beads that we just added, and then I want to come into the 3 below it. And then we'll needle through our crescent beads and reinforce this path a few more times. Thanks for joining me to make the Lunar Waves bracelet.